why is that some people keep repelling love when they really want is to be loved? Why is that some people who really try really hard to make a relationship work, and they put in all their mental, emotional, physical energy into the relationship, yet the relationship does not work, yet the other person leaves them or rejects them or repels them, and they are left alone, feeling alone? Hi, I'm Rohit, and I've been studying about law of attraction and manifestation for years now, and I help people expand their consciousness and help them create that dream reality, that dream life they want. So this was exactly me. What I'm talking about, this person was exactly me. And all I really wanted to be was to be loved. And I wanted kind of validation from this other person who will love me, right? And I tried so hard. I tried to make all the relationship work. I tried to make it work really hard. But it did not work out as I wanted. It did not go as I planned. And all this time, there were all these problems. And despite all the effort and hard work, it didn't seem to go anywhere. And it happened to a couple of my friends as well. Despite themselves reading about this stuff, taking coaching, going to counseling, working so hard, and doing all these things, it wasn't working. When we really exhausted our physical things, we turn to spirituality. That is when people actually turn towards manifesting or metaphysics or spirituality, when they have really exhausted all the physical options there are. So I think I did, and some of my friends did that too. So after going through this journey, realizing and then transcending these limitations I had, and becoming that person who loves himself without the need of external validation, it changed me and it changed the lives of many others. So I want to share this with you. And there were three big realizations I had, and two of them were directly told to me by my coach, and one of them I got through a book. So I'm going to share those realizations with you. Number one. So one of the biggest reasons why people struggle with this is actually very simple, but people overlook that, is they don't feel worthy. So when a person does not feel worthy, unconsciously, or the subconscious mind, or unconsciously, they do things or they sabotage some things so that relationship does not work, because they don't feel worthy of having that person. And self-worth is, honestly, it is just a choice. As esoteric as it may sound, as difficult or as complicated people might make it seem, it is just a choice. If you choose yourself to feel worthy, you will live in the end and you will be worthy. It is just a simple choice. For some people, they want to feel more worthy, they hit the gym. They go to the gym 3 times a week and they say, I'm taking good care of my body, I feel more worthy. If that helps you, go ahead and do it. But there are many people like that who do these things, who go to the gym, who read books, who dress well, who learn all these social skills, and yet they struggle with relationships. Yet they struggle with keeping that loved one around. So you can't take all these external actions, and if it does help you, please keep doing that. But you need to realize the most of the game, most of this thing is mental. It is, what is the conception we have of ourselves? As Neville says, what is the talk which you're having with yourself in secret, right? There's a talk we all have in secret. We don't tell others, but we are constantly having the talk with ourselves in our mind, which we don't tell others. And that talk for a lot of us is about our self-worth. And a lot of people are struggling about self-worth and they have questions about self-worth. But at the end of the day, it is just a choice. And if you consciously make a choice and say that I'm worthy to yourself and just believe it in your bones with all the feelings, you will see the shift that happens in your life. And that is very powerful. Number two, let's say you're trying to manifest a relationship or going through your way, and there's some special person, or there are like few people, maybe one of them you think might be your potential special person, or maybe a couple of them might be a potential special person, and you're trying to contact them, ask them out on dates, and then they say no, and then you feel rejected, you feel disappointed, and you feel like this is not going anywhere, and people give up. That's what I did too. So if I'm living in the end, if it is already done, and if I already have that kind of relationship, that loving, wonderful, happy relationship, I do not need to look for the signs, right? So when a person says no, I'm actually looking for the signs. And if they say, no, I'm busy today, I'm looking for the signs. But in reality, what this is, my mind is telling me that, oh, she said, no, it's not going to work out. Maybe she's busy this week. Maybe he is busy this week. Maybe next week they might have some time and they might say yes. But what happens is we put this intention out in the universe. We put this intention out. And this intention is very clear. This intention is, I'm going to try my best and I want to have this wonderful, loving relationship with this person or these special people. And I'm just going to be my most wonderful self, my loving self. And this is just, it is done. And you live in the end that you already have that relationship, or those relationships which you're looking for. And what ends up happening is there will be a sequence of events which will happen, which will take you to the end, right? But for that, don't always think that there will be signs, right? So what happens is a lot of times people are like, okay, I asked him or her out on date and they said no. So this is a sign that means it's not going anywhere. I should just drop it, and they didn't drop it. And what happens after a couple of weeks? That person contacts them and say, hey, how's it going? How are you? And all that. And they think, why are they even talking to me? They rejected me for the date. I don't even understand why they're talking to me. And then people reject their approach again from the other person. Other person is trying to make contact with them. And so for these things to happen, there are certain sequence of events which have to unfold. And maybe that person is not ready now. Maybe that person might be ready in a month from now. So a certain sequence of events have to happen for that person to consider having a relationship with you. But if you're always looking for the sign, if you're always looking for the signs even beforehand, what ends up happening is we have these self-doubts creeping in, and then we are not truly living in the end. So when you truly live in the end, don't look for the signs. The signs will precede. They will not precede. They will succeed. They will come after it is done, right? And when you truly believe it is done, it will come. That is the power of manifestation. That is the power of living in the end, of law of attraction. And number 3. This one was really hard for me to accept because I thought I really take good care of myself. I really do yoga every day. I try to eat clean as much as possible. I stay away from intoxicants as much as possible. I'm a very kind person, generous person. And some people say I'm so nice and so kind and all these things, all these wonderful things. And I thought I really take care of myself and I really love myself. But the thing is, I was coming from a place of lack. So when I was coming from a place of lack, I was doing all these things to compensate to the feeling of being loved. When in reality is, if you are part of this universe, if you are on this earth, you're already loved and accepted by the universe. You do not need someone external, some third person's external validation to feel loved. You are already loved. Just by the virtue of being part of this universe, you're already loved. We don't have to go outside and, try to convince a bunch of people and then they say, I love you and I think you're a great person or what an amazing thing you're doing to feel validation. That validation has to come internally. So this is what happens is a lot of people, they don't truly try to love themselves. I know some mothers who give so much time to the children and all this effort because they want to be good mothers. But at the same time, they never take care of themselves. They never do the fun things which they like. Maybe they like painting. Maybe they like going for a jog. Maybe they like going to the gym. Maybe they just like watching some nice TV show. But they never take time out for themselves because they think if they do that, they are taking away time from their children. But in reality, they are not feeding their inner child. They are not feeling that person who really needs that love is that yourself. And when you really love yourself and you love that, you will do things which you want to do, not at the expense of others. You will take care of the others too, but you will have clear boundaries and clear direction of where you want to go and how you want to love yourself. Like for hobbies, right? I like playing music. I like playing the guitar. I like playing the keyboard. Always take some time off, and I always play that because it recharges me. It makes me feel loved. It feeds my inner child, and I feel fantastic. I feel great. And when I feel that, and when I have those feelings inside of me, it is so much easy to spread love. It is so much easy to be kind, to be nice, to be generous to others. I don't have to force myself to be in a certain way or do a certain thing in a certain way. It is very natural, and it is very, very easygoing. It could be done easily, right? So that is my take on this. And these are some of the few reasons why people really repel relationships when they really want is a loving relationship, or maybe multiple loving relationships with different people. Whatever it is, if you live in the end, if you believe you already have it, and you love yourself truly, you accept yourself, you feel worthy, there's nothing really stopping you for those things to come into your world. So thanks for watching this video. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. And please post in the comment section below what was your biggest learning from this video. I would love to know that. And I wish you great luck in your manifesting. Until then, take care. Cheers. I'll see you on the next time.